I'm Humera Shahid, Intuit's Chief Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Officer. I took on the role in November of 2021. Before taking on this role of DEI officer, I led Intuit's talent development organization, which is focused on the growth and skill development of employees and managers. This function is core to the employee experience and critical to an effective DEI strategy. The decisions that managers make to hire, promote, and create a safe, inclusive environment are integral to building a culture where diversity exists and innovation thrives. We know that increased representation and trust in teams leads to better ideas and innovation for Intuit and our customers. Fostering DEI is a cross-functional effort across the organization and requires top-down action from leadership and bottoms-up engagement from our employees. Our mission as a company is to power prosperity around the world. DEI is essential to our mission. Our goal is to increase diverse representation in our organization and to have policies and practices that are equitable. This will lead to better solutions for our customers, ultimately helping us empowering prosperity for all. Today, I'm going to share the progress we have made in the last year and our priorities for the future. But first, let me share some context to show how this all fits together. We are a values-based company. Our values guide us in delivering on our mission, strategy, and what we expect from each other. DEI is not what we do. It is part of who we are and in our DNA. Our value, Stronger Together, guides us to foster a culture of inclusion. Our company strategy is reflected in our alignment triangle that includes our values and True North goals. DEI is embedded in both. Our True North goals guide everything we do. Increasing diverse representation in our company and creating an equitable and inclusive environment for all employees where they can do the best work of their lives drives real business outcomes for us. Our declared True North goals in FY22 focused on the representation of women in our technology roles globally and underrepresented racial groups in our U.S. workforce, which includes Black, African American, Latino, Hispanic, and Indigenous peoples. We met our FY22 True North goal of 33% representation of women in technology, growing 3 percentage points from FY21. And despite the disproportionate impact and the long-term effect COVID has had on women in the broader workforce, this year at Intuit, we have seen the representation of women increase across many workforce dimensions overall, in tech and in leadership roles. Now, moving to our goal focused on underrepresented racial groups. For FY22, our goal was to reach 14.5%. We achieved 15%. This is validation that we've built positive momentum in the last year, and the addition of MailChimp has helped us exceed our goal. To be clear, we're proud of the progress we've made, but we acknowledge there is still work to do. We're looking at the end-to-end employee experience for opportunities to better understand and systemically address gaps, reduce bias, and strive for all employees to experience the best of Intuit. Our comprehensive company-wide DEI strategy focuses on 3 stakeholder groups: our employees, our customers, and our communities. Our employee pillar focuses on 3 areas. First, diversity, recruiting, and representation. To make meaningful strides in representation, we're diversifying how we identify, assess, and hire employees. We're also focused on increasing engagement to support retention. Second, equity, learning, and development. We provide growth and development opportunities through training, mentorship, coaching, and sponsorship. And third, equitable talent practices and policies. We want to ensure that our practices and policies are equitably implemented for everyone. This includes our regular practice of listening to employees through our DEI survey. Now, I'd like to share a closer look at a few highlights that underscore our strategy and commitment to DEI. This year, by working with new partners from external underrepresented racial groups, we're strengthening our talent pipeline. These partnerships include professional Black, African American, Latino, Hispanic, and Indigenous people associations, as well as historically Black colleges and universities. Through our Tech Women at Intuit strategic initiative, we continue to build a robust pipeline of female tech talent. Our Intuit Again returnship program continued to help those who took a career break for caregiving to transition back into full-time tech roles. This year, 70% of program participants were offered roles at Intuit. Our apprenticeship program provides an alternative path to a career in tech for women and underrepresented racial groups who haven't had any experience in technology roles. We know that growth and development are essential for all employees. This year, we expanded our Global Tech Women at Intuit mentorship program. And since 2018, we've positively impacted over 1,300 technologists across the world. We launched a new career sponsorship program to develop and retain a group of high-performing, underrepresented senior managers and directors. In true allyship, our sponsors were advocates for participants to grow their networks, expand their roles, and achieve promotions to grow their careers. It's our goal to expand this program by 50% in FY23. To create a more safe and inclusive work environment, early in fiscal year 22, we piloted 2 trainings, unconscious bias and racial equity. In fiscal 23, we plan to extend both trainings to people managers and eventually all employees. Our employee resource groups, ERGs, go back to our early days, and today they lead with allyship. They enable our employees to learn from role models, mentors, and peers, and support our communities. We've continued to grow our ERGs and expand inclusivity by adding 2 this year: the Silver Network, centered on the interests and needs of older workers, and the Intuit Indigenous Peoples Network. Our ERG's commitment and leadership have led to awards from the Human Rights Campaign, the Corporate Religious Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion Index, and the Disability Equality Index, to name a few. For the second year, we conducted our company-wide DEI survey for employees. The DEI survey helps us understand how employees are experiencing inclusion and belonging to inform our long-term DEI strategy, and where we have opportunities to take action and improve. I'm proud to share that our belonging score for the FY22 survey ranks in the top 10% of industry benchmarks. Another way we leverage data is through our twice-a-year global comprehensive pay equity analysis. Based on our analysis, we make adjustments to ensure fairness in pay across all employee groups. We look at gender globally and at race ethnicity in the United States. As of August 1st, 2022, none of our jobs had statistically significant pay differences between employees of different gender or between race ethnicity in the U.S. Pay equity will continue to be an integral part of our DEI strategy. Finally, I want to share a new bright spot with you, our Supplier DEI and Social Impact Program. This has flourished in the past year. In FY22, Intuit spent more than $300 million with about 550 diverse or small businesses. And since January, we've increased our overall spending with diverse and small businesses through our online purchasing program from 6% to 29%. Plus, we've accelerated the timing of payment terms to 10 days or less for small business suppliers because we recognize how important cash flow is to their success. These are amazing outcomes from our Supplier DEI and Social Impact team. The program is currently focused in the U.S. with plans to expand globally in FY23. So now, what's ahead for us? First, for FY23, we've increased our True North goals focused on representation. We'll continue to build upon the progress we've made. Our DEI and People and Places teams will continue to work with internal partners, such as our Racial Equity Advancement Leadership Team, and together we'll continue to identify opportunities to help improve the equity and experience of our Black African American employees, customers, and communities. We'll continue to listen and learn from our employees through our third global DEI survey. We'll leverage this input to evolve our practices and policies. DEI is important to all our employees and stakeholders globally. So we're looking at ways to expand our DEI strategies with a global lens across all our sites. We'll continue to invest in our ERGs as they provide learning opportunities for all of us to be allies. We're grounded by our values and our True North goals. DEI is important strategic work, and we're committed to improving the experience for our employees and the lives of our customers and communities. Thank you.